One Night Rental, a new low budget comedy independent. One Night Rental, a new low budget independent comedy gangster esque type of a film brought to us by first time writer and director Chris Annables. I've had the opportunity to watch this film before release. It was sent to me the other day, and here I am giving my thoughts for you. Is it any good? Is it worth checking out? Is it worth ignoring? Let's talk about it. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to this review. A pleasure bringing this review to you. I was approached by Rick Malin from Old AF Reviewer. You may know his channel here on YouTube. He actually stars in this film, and he came to me and said, AJ, do you mind taking a look at this film, sharing your thoughts on it, doing a review? I said, of course I will. I've been approached by low budget filmmakers before who have sent me stuff from America, and I've sat down, I've watched, and I've reviewed, and I enjoy doing that. Now, when reviewing something like this, obviously I take into account the fact that this isn't a studio based film. This hasn't got a massive budget. This hasn't got individuals in it who have a background in acting and all this sort of thing. It's made by people like you and me, people with a passion for film, people who love the craft, and so this one here, One Night Rental, it's actually out on the 2nd of March, and I will link in the description below where you can pick this film up. It runs for 1 hour and 22 minutes. It stars Bobby Furness and Rob Lane as your two primary protagonists, Chris and Rob respectively. Nidge Green plays Vern, who is one of these individuals that comes into a video store who's all geeky, all knowledgeable about film, has his opinions. Rick Malin of Old AF Reviewer plays Clarence Philby, and you've got Danny Thompson, who was formerly a sort of lads mag model, has his wife, his kind of trophy wife. Now this film, it's set in a small Derbyshire town where both Chris and Rob have set up a video store, a kind of retro VHS video store, and it's about a day in the life of them and the goings on and the people they come into contact with, that they interact with while running their business. But while doing so, Clarence Philby, Rick Malin's character, comes in and hands them over as a donation a bag of VHS videotapes for them. But Clarence is apparently the kind of big bad of the town. He's like the mob boss. He's the fella who runs everything, who owns everything. And now, because I've given you these tapes and you've taken them from me, I now own you. I now own this store. I'm your new landlord. I take the rent. This sort of thing goes on. But lo and behold, while going through these tapes, the character of Chris comes across some stuff that's untoward, shall we say, on one of them, and this leads them in direct conflict with the character of Clarence, and puts them onto a path of well, heinous acts, shall we say. So the film itself, like I said, I don't want to go into too detail in the plot or anything like that. I'll leave it as it is. But while watching it, it's got, you know, the first few minutes are very telling in movies like this, you know, how it's going to go. And from the get-go, this film had a life to it. It had an energy. It had these characters out and about doing what they do, but there's an energy to them, there's an energy to the filmmaking, there's an energy to the story and what's going on, and straight away a few of these characters are very likeable and you attach to them and you want to see their goings on. The film also delves into a lot of kind of 80s and 90s nostalgia. You know, in the video store, all the posters, the conversations they have. You know, I used to frequent video stores a lot in my younger day, like independent video stores. We used to get the pirates behind the counter, all this sort of a thing. And you would have these conversations with those behind the counter about films, about this film being the best one. And this is what some of these geeky characters in this film do. Now, the influences for this film are heavily Kevin Smith's works on like the Clerks movies and the TV series Spaced with Simon Pegg, especially the stuff within the comic book store and that kind of arena, and the conversations they have in that. That is what this film is inspired by, most definitely. But then you've also got the sort of English gangster-esque kind of stuff as well. Now, obviously, the acting in this isn't great. It's not great. I'm not gonna, you know, say it's wonderful or anything like that. It's questionable at best. But when you've got individuals who have a passion, who you can tell that they are, you know, really involved in what they're doing and they want to give across a good project, you can let that go, because these are not classically trained actors or anything like that. These are individuals from a kind of background like yourselves, giving what they want to give, what they you know, and it comes across really strong. It comes across that these people are enamored by what they're doing. They want to give a good performance. They want to give a strong film, and in that, the film is a winner. Like I said, it's story wise, it's kind of it's more character focused rather than story focused, in a sense. It takes a while for the main plot points to come into play, but that journey getting there is great, because you've got these characters in a world that a lot of us will remember, with a lot of nostalgia bites thrown in, and it's good. The editing is good, the filmmaking is good. I can't fault any of that whatsoever. Being that this is for like an independent film from first time filmmaker, it's really good. It's really well done, and most definitely I'd be interested to see what he goes on to, what Chris Anibal goes on to do after this. There's a certain charm to what you're watching, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun if you're a sort of individual that likes films, that likes the nostalgia, that likes all the you know, the nods to the 80s and 90s movies, the kind of conversations we would have had back then. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, so hats off to everyone involved to this movie. It's, you know, it's not going to win any awards. Of course it isn't. But like I said, it's filled with passion. It's filled with laughs. It is, you know, there's amusing stuff in this film. Yeah, it's a winner. It's a winner. So well done to everyone involved. Very enjoyable. Like I said, it's worth checking out. Anyone who's interested, go check this out. Like I said, I'll leave a link in the description as to where you can get the film from, etc. And go and support these smaller movies. You know, newer films are so lazily made now that it's nice to get something that feels a bit more refreshing, that feels character based, and that's what you have here. Yeah, a winner. Fantastic.